Guys, we got a report out yesterday that Cleveland and the new stadium the Browns are building has been placed in the United States bid to host the 2031 FIFA Women's World Cup. We just saw the Men's World Cup in North America wrap up with Spain hoisting the trophy. Now Cleveland among cities in bid to host the 2031
Columbus, too.
Women's World Cup.
Well, it wouldn't be all at one stadium.
It's all over the
It's
country.
all around the country. But
Right,
Cleveland
right.
will be one of the host cities alongside Columbus as well as a two-part kind of Northeast Ohio collaboration, hosting some of the top international women's soccer teams in the world. Bull, I know you could not get into the Men's World Cup that much. If it was in Cleveland, do you think you'd be able to kind of build up a little more interest, talk yourself into being more interested in the event because we would have international fans and international teams playing right here in our own backyard?
No, I'm not going to be a phony. No, I would. I hope it happens because I want good things to happen in Cleveland. So I hope it happens, but I personally wouldn't be that into it. Now, the women's team, unlike the men's team, always has a chance to win the championship. So, that's at least more exciting from an American standpoint. But I hope it happens. Obviously we're competing with other countries, but that would be great. It would be great for the city, I assume.
It'd be a big deal. I mean, it's a huge worldwide event. I mean, that's one of the questions I have is, okay, you're going to do this, so you're going to bring in all these events. Well, which events are really you going to get here?
Yeah,
but that's a flagpole event. That's a big one, and
no
that'd
doubt
be a big deal, and that's probably why you do this, right?
And it can be a stepping stone to getting the bigger events. Like if we're saying Super Bowl is the top of the mountain, this is probably halfway up or so. You're going to have to build some infrastructure. You're going to have to build some hotels. It's a good test run to make sure you can host an event at this size and this caliber. And like you said, Zach, this is exactly why you build a dome in a stadium like this, so that you can have these big events. I would be over the moon for this. I have friends in other cities working in sports media who got to be there for World Cup games. I know the Women's World Cup, not quite as big as the Men's World Cup, but it looked like a blast. And I got the FOMO because I wasn't part of it and couldn't, be there with the Scots in Boston, but that looked like an absolute blast. So I really hope it happens. I think it'd be good for the city. Think it'd be a lot of fun for those of us working in sports media, and fingers crossed it comes to fruition.
Do you guys think that we have any chance of getting a Super Bowl?
No, zero.
Yeah,
I don't think it's zero.
It's close to zero because they don't have the infrastructure.
They don't have the hotels.
That's
right.
the asterisk. It's zero until they build the hotels and the infrastructure. And
but are they
Goodell
build
said
it?
that at the
it just doesn't add up.
I mean,
it just doesn't add up.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to Brook Park when it's not a Browns game?
The thing I don't know, maybe you know the answer to this. I know for NBA All-Star, you need X number of hotel rooms within a 3-mile vicinity, X number within a 10-mile, whatever.
Yeah, we've had baseball All-Star and NBA All-Star games here.
This will sound absurd, but how far out west and east would you go for? Would you put people in Sandusky for a Super Bowl?
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
I don't. Yeah, for a Super Bowl, I know, for example, that that's not the Super Bowl, obviously, but Zach Meisel is going to Cooperstown because Paul Hoynesie's going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he's staying in Utica, which is where I had my first full-time gig. And
here we go with the Utica stories again.
No, I'm not telling you Utica story. I'm just saying in terms of how far away it is. I think I can't even remember now exactly, but I want to say it's about an hour away. So
that's what I'm saying. Sandusky to Cleveland. Would you really go that far?
If Brook Park hosted a Super Bowl, the media hotel would be in Canton or Sandusky.
Right.
Yeah, it's a similar formula, and that's why Roger Goodell basically came out at this groundbreaking and said, without saying, this is not getting a Super Bowl. And that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
It can be a success. It can be a great place, and it's going to be a phenomenal place.
Yeah,
it's in a parking lot in Brook Park.
Yes.
But it's going to be a phenomenal place. I have no doubt
But here's what I don't understand. I've been to New Orleans 100 times, and they have a lot of hotels in New Orleans. They do. You mean to tell me New Orleans is better equipped to host a Super Bowl than Cleveland?
I don't know that it's any bigger.
You walk everywhere.
It's all walkable. Yeah. That's true.
And it's good weather there generally compared to our weather at that time of the year. And it's a destination city in terms of vacation. So there's probably, I don't know, but I assume there's more hotels there than here.
And there's a lot of hotels. But it's not like we don't have any hotels.
Right, sure.
And there's we've had quite a few over the last few years. I don't think it's, I won't say never. I don't think it's coming anytime.
No. I mean, the only time well, we'd have. I mean, it's very rarely in a cold weather city. Period.
Very rarely.
It was in New York
Small
the one
handfuls.
time.
It's
Minnesota.
in Indianapolis regularly.
Well, yeah,
and just
true.
once, right? In Indy,
I
In
think it's a
Detroit,
couple
but it's been in
times.
Detroit. It has
Detroit
been.
got one. New York got one.
Yeah,
Minnesota got one.
New York's the only one that's gotten an
Outside.
outdoor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, that part of New York
Is
is
Buffalo
not.
getting one? Is
What?
Orchard Park the new Buffalo
No.
Stadium?
No.
No,
if
they won't get one
Cleveland,
either.
if Cleveland can't get one, there's no
No,
way.
Buffalo's even smaller than Cleveland. They
I
probably
was,
got
I was
less
just asking
hotels.
because I know that stadium's.
Kind of wish they would though.
And that's not a dome.
Majestic.
That's not a dome,
I
right?
can't believe they're building a new stadium and not putting a roof on it.
I'd love to see a Super Bowl with 2 feet of snow, though, wouldn't you?
It'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
Well, we thought there was a chance for that in New York. There
The
was
New York
supposed
weather
to be,
was like great, if I recall.
Yeah, but I think at one point they were projecting it was going to be bad.
It snowed. I was there for the whole week of media
Yeah.
leading up to it. Emerson actually sent us down to cover it. It was awesome. And
Yeah.
it snowed the first day and then was beautiful the rest of the
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think as a city we do a good job. I thought we did a great job for the MLB All-Star game.
MLB, everyone was raving about MLB
Yeah.
All-Star. They knocked it out of the park. NBA All-Star, they did a great job.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park. Cleveland does a nice job with the
Yeah.
events. Except for parades.
But none of
They
those
don't-
were in a parking lot in Brook Park, though. They were all downtown.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
built the Rapid to go straight to the dome, though, that would at least alleviate. You could do the downtown to Brook Park kind of.
I've never used the public transit here. Have you guys? I mean, because I've
Yeah,
heard it's not
yeah.
great.
Oh, I have. It's whatever. You got to take a train into Terminal Tower,
Yeah.
and then you take a train from Tower City to the stadium. So you have to change trains at Tower City.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
It's not bad. Me and Anna both ridden the RTA before. It's
It's fine.
fine.
It's no different than
Yeah.
any other city. It's not as well used. It's not as popular
Yeah.
as it is in other cities. It's
I mean,
fine.
I think to me the best.
There's
is-
nobody peeing in the
it-
corner of the train usually, so that's a plus.
Usually.
To me, the best public transit that I've been is Chicago.
Yes, I
It's
agree.
so easy
I mean,
to
New
get
York.
around Chicago.
New York's
No,
incredible.
but
but
New
you
York,
have people peeing in the corner, and you
yeah,
might
I
get
mean, you're gonna
stabbed in
have
the
that
back.
in any big city, but Chicago, they just it's better
Yeah.
than New York.
Chicago's great. Chicago's great.